The people with real power that are influencing us in our society as we lead forward are mainly, for me, media and politicians. Okay, they're both incredibly important. I'd say the media is even more important than politicians. Let's look at who is drawn to that profession, okay, because I work with all of these people in the media especially, and they weren't drawn to it to hold power to account. They weren't drawn to it to be investigative journalists, to make the world a better place. Well, I've heard a little bit about you, and we've talked. You're an exceptional person.
Isn't that why you did it?
That's why I did it. They did it for ego, okay? They all had some kind of ego damage that, without a shadow of a doubt, because I was never able to forge close relationships with any of them in journalism. Anyone on camera, everyone behind camera, really fantastic. They still go to reunions. They were like family. Wonderful friendships with people who dealt with on the techie side of things behind the camera. And I could notice this pattern every single newsroom I went to. And you've got to think I worked at ITV in the Channel Islands, ITV in Oxford, ITV in Birmingham, BBC Saturday, BBC in Cardiff. Every single time I worked with presenters or television journalists, it was the same. They had ego issues. They weren't drawn to it to hold power to account. They didn't generally investigate stories. They rejigged press releases, a written press release into a TV, basically. And they'd do interviews without realising it. They had agendas. And I think the same thing with politics. They're mainly career politicians. They start off at a very young level. That I don't think go into it because they really, not all of them, but genuinely have a passion for social justice to make the world a better place. And I'm the way I am because of my father. And he taught me that it was my duty to be a compassionate individual and to do everything I can for people who are vulnerable, and especially children. You know, if children are vulnerable children in care who have no one looking out for them, if they're being abused, which is what appears to have been happening for decades and not getting any better, then something has to be done. You know, I'm only on this planet for a short amount of time, but we cannot allow these things to be happening to vulnerable members of our society and children. And if our own establishment and government and media have been covering up this horrific child sexual abuse, something massive needs to be done to sort it out.